Welcome to the South Kaizer channel family. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news from South Kaizer channel. Brazilian forward ends contract after. Lucas Ribeiro Costa has terminated his contract with Mamelodi Sundowns as he aims to become the first footballer to benefit from Lassana Diarra's legal victory against FIFA. Brazilian forward Ribeiro, whose goal against Borussia Dortmund in June was voted best of the FIFA Club World Cup, External has also referred his case to world football's governing body. The 26-year-old is being represented by Belgian lawyer Jean-Louis Dupont, who won the landmark 1995 case involving Jean-Marc Bosman and is also representing Diarra. The former France midfielder has had a long-running legal battle with FIFA, and in October the Court of Justice of the European Union, CJEU, found that some of FIFA's transfer rules break European Union laws. After Diarra terminated his contract with Lokomotiv Moscow in 2014, FIFA then refused to provide him with an international transfer certificate, ITC, for a proposed move to Belgian club Charleroi in 2015. The CJEU found FIFA demonstrated that its rules impede the free movement of professional footballers wishing to develop their activity by going to work for a new club. FIFA has since amended its transfer regulations, while Diarra this week restarted legal proceedings seeking £56 million in compensation, and Justice for Players has started a class action lawsuit against FIFA and several European football associations. Lawyer Dupont says Qatar SC made Mamelodi Sundowns an offer for Ribeiro that was well above the player's valuation and that he wished to join the Qatari top-flight club. He claims that the South African champions attempted to drive up the price, again and again, in an unreasonable manner, without any regard for the player's personal interests, which made the deal impossible. Dupont adds that Ribeiro terminated his contract, which was due to expire in 2028, on August 1, and that the former Charleroi and Beveren player has no other choice than to defend his interests in a FIFA tribunal. Following the Diarra ruling by the CJEU, there is no doubt that the dispute between me and my former club will not prevent me from continuing my career with peace of mind, said Ribeiro. Indeed, following its own regulations, as amended in light of the Diarra judgment, FIFA will see to it that the international transfer certificate be immediately delivered upon request by my future employer. The statement says Ribeiro is willing to take the matter to the Court of Arbitration for Sport or a state court, and that he now has interest from various clubs, including some in Europe. I will now consider what is best for the future of my career in order to make the right choice, Ribeiro added. As a reminder, following the Diarra ruling, my next employer will not be involved in the dispute between me and Mamelodi Sundowns, NEI. Lucas Ribeiro Costa's standoff with Mamelodi Sundowns far from over. His lawyer says Brazilian can continue playing elsewhere. In the meantime, the resolution of this dispute will take months. The 26-year-old spent 2 seasons at Clorcop and is set to join a Spanish lower-tier side amid a transfer wrangle with Macedonia. What happened? Earlier this week, Lucas Ribeiro Costa announced his departure from Mamelodi Sundowns after spending 2 seasons at the club. The 26-year-old terminated his Macedonia contract, but the club has yet to accept his action, as his current deal is set to expire in June 2028. That has seen the Brazilian approaching lawyer Jean-Louis Dupont, who says the player is free to join the club of his choice, although he admits the wrangle between the attacker and Sundowns might take time to resolve. What Dupont said? No, the issue will not be resolved soon. And it is totally normal. The resolution of this dispute will take months, and even years if there is an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, Dupont told Soccer Laduma. But, in the meantime, and according to the new FIFA rules themselves, post-Diarra judgment, Mr. Ribeiro will be able to continue his career peacefully, with any other club of his choice, without being blocked by Mamelodi Sundowns. Indeed, following the Diarra judgment, CJEU, FIFA has had to amend its rules so that the ex-club cannot block the international transfer certificate anymore. The bigger picture. The Brazilian was recently spotted in Spain watching a Segunda Division match between Cultural Leonesa and Leganés. Reports suggest he is close to joining Cultural Leonesa, which is said to be keen on his services. However, Leonesa might be carefully treading in their approach to Ribeiro, fearing they might sign and field a player legally contracted with another club. Most read. One SA legend suggests new position from Bokazi, claims Pirates defender is being used incorrectly and underutilized. 2 Safa arbitrator makes ruling on Chiefs duo after prolonged legal battle. 3 Modi's former development coach tells Chiefs to switch players' role. Frontwari drama leaves ex-Bafana midfielder starting to doubt the competence of the Chiefs coaches. 5 Bruce opens up on Grobler and Lorch snubs ahead of WC qualifiers. 6 Chiefs coaches slammed for belittling Twari. If Bulma was better, he would have started. 7 Bruce calls up Chiefs star to replace Mofo King ahead of important World Cup qualifiers. 8 Eyeing Sundowns and Chiefs coaching jobs? Motsip and Motaung's sons enroll for coaching license. What next for Ribeiro? Ribeiro is yet to play competitive football this season, and going for weeks without being involved in an official match could be a regress in his career. The 3-time CAF Champions League winning coach remains winless as a Esteghlal leader, but Dessau understands why that is the case. Dessau compares Esteghlal with Chiefs. The Iranian team is coached by Mosimane. Roger worked in the Gulf region. What happened? Former Orlando Pirates coach Roger Dessau has explained why veteran mentor Pitso Mosimane is experiencing a tough start to life at the Iranian club Esteghlal FC. Mosimane joined the Persian Gulf Pro League giants along with his technical team 2.5 weeks ago, and things have not been going their way at the club. However, Dessau, who worked as an assistant coach at the Iranian national team, explained why the esteemed Mosimane is struggling to win games. What Dessau said: "When you come to a team midway through the season, you can't make significant changes. There's no time to adjust, so he needs to just carry on. I believe he needs a bit of time and possibly an international training week. Maybe then, he could arrange a friendly match or 2. It's always going to be difficult to step in like he did with a struggling team," Dessau told Kickoff. "I'm quite surprised that Pitso is facing these challenges. I thought he would be able to turn things around quickly. However, it also depends on the specific circumstances of the games they played. Losing 3 in a row is tough. Esteghlal is a top team in Iran, among the elite, comparable to Kaizer Chiefs. They consistently compete in the Asian Cup and in the Champions League, and they usually have many international players. During my time with the Iranian national team, we had many players from Esteghlal," the former goalkeeper explained. "Sometimes it just takes one good result or a moment of magic for everything to change. It's still early days, and I'm sure they will give him more time to get things right. They should allow him around 5 games to start implementing changes," he added. "My message to him is to keep going and to keep believing. He shouldn't be fazed by the current situation. He should focus on his job, and everything will fall into place. This is the nature of football. You can't panic. It's not the end of the world. Pitso isn't dealing with a life-threatening issue. Just keep moving forward." The bigger picture. Mosimane has so far lost 3 matches since taking over the reins as Esteghlal head coach. His side fell at the hands of Kibar Karamabad and Tractor in the league. Moreover, the Capital Blues Blue were gunned down by Neymar Jr.'s Al Hilal in the Western Region group of the Champions League match recently. However, the former Bafana tactician is not a stranger to the Gulf region, as he managed several teams including Al Ahly Saudi and Aba FC in Saudi Arabia. Most read. 1 Kyun breaks silence as Chiefs and Nabi standoff persists. 2 Done deal, Bafana star Mbokazi's former partner joins Pirates PSL rivals. 3 Official, 2 more former Pirates coaches join Moroccan Giants. 4 PSL wrap, Chippa. Lucas Ribeiro Costa's standoff with mamelodi Sundowns far from over. His lawyer says Brazilian can continue playing elsewhere. In the meantime, the resolution of this dispute will take months. That has seen the Brazilian approaching lawyer Jean-Louis Dupont, who says the player is free to join the club of his choice, although he admits the wrangle between the attacker and Sundowns might take time to resolve. Earlier this week, Lucas Ribeiro Costa announced his departure from mamelodi Sundowns after spending 2 seasons at the club. No, the issue will not be resolved soon. And it is totally normal. The resolution of this dispute will take months, and even years if there is an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, Dupont told Soccer Laduma. But, in the meantime and according to the new FIFA rules themselves, post-Diarra judgment, Mr. Ribeiro will be able to continue his career peacefully, with any other club of his choice, without being blocked by mamelodi Sundowns. Indeed, following the Diarra judgment, CJEU, FIFA has had to amend its rules so that the ex-club cannot block the international transfer certificate anymore. The Brazilian was recently spotted in Spain watching a Segunda Division match between Cultural Leonesa and Leganés. Reports suggest he is close to joining Cultural Leonesa, which is said to be keen on his services. However, Leonesa might be carefully treading in their approach to Ribeiro, fearing they might sign and field a player legally contracted with another club. Ribeiro is yet to play competitive football this season, and going for weeks without being involved in an official match could be a regress in his career. Lucas Ribeiro Costa looks set to claim Golden Boot award. Continue to set the benchmark in South African football with yet another dominant display in the Betway Premiership. Outside their hitmen, the rest of the South African strike force continue their struggles in front of goal. Lucas Ribeiro Costa has been the most impressive attacker this season, and his eye for the target with flawless precision has all but made him set to claim the Golden Boot award from Orlando Pirates' Yegafatso Mabasa with still 9 matches left to play. The Brazilian-born midfielder has been at the center of Sundowns' dominance this season with 13 crucial goals that have seen his side take all challengers to the Cleaners to have a 16-point gap at the top of the Betway Premiership over their Buccaneers rivals. Ribeiro's teammate, Ikram Reyners, is the only striker that has a realistic chance of catching the 26-year-old midfielder, as he currently stands on 9 league goals, and outside the former Stellenbosch striker, a couple of other players, including Devon Titus and Chippa United's Sinoxalo Kwaiba, have helped themselves to 6 goals each in a season that has seen particularly South African forwards shoot a lot of blanks. For the past 2 seasons, the award has been claimed by 2 South African-born